My friends, greetings on what is a rainy day in New Orleans, Louisiana. I am Coach Sherry, Reverend Sherry, Chaplain Sherry, your community pastor Sherry. This is Sherry from the 800 block of Mooney Avenue. Again, it's Saturday, it's raining, it's a little bit cold down here, which means that it's a good time to do gumbo. Now, I am having this conversation with you today while I am preparing for gumbo. Don't take any theories, techniques, products, none of that from me when it comes to gumbo. This is my very own gumbo. But the reason why I am doing this now is because it's just a good time to talk. And it helps me to do the prep work for gumbo. So as you are coming in, please greet me and let me know that you are here. Again, this is my very own gumbo. This is not my mom's recipe. This is not my grandmother's recipe, my cousin's, my auntie. This is my recipe. This is my doing. And I just am inviting you into my space as I am doing this. So as you can see, I have two cameras going on because I want to show you as I am talking and thinking through some things. I just want to show you the process and all that goes into making a gumbo. There's a lot that goes on before it gets to the pot. There's a lot of preparation work, and there is a lot of different ingredients, but all of the ingredients are needed. And that's what I want to talk to you about, that all of the ingredients are needed to get the gumbo going. Every ingredient has a purpose, and when you put it all in the pot, although you see the distinct ingredients, you know the sausage from the crabs, you know the shrimp from the chicken, you know all of that, but all of it in the pot is needed to make this thing grow. So that is what we are doing today. So welcome. If you are just coming in, welcome. Let me know that you can hear me. Again, I have a lot of things going on, a lot of different things, cameras and technology and all of this to try to make this happen, but I am going to try to make it happen. So when you come in, just greet me and let me know that you are here. Again, this is a disclaimer. This is my very own gumbo, and I am doing it how I do it, and the way I do it, the taste is good to me. So again, I just want to show you, first of all, I have some shrimp. I have some shrimp that I am going to clean and devein first, so that takes a while to do that, and you must do that. You must clean take the shrimp from the shell. You must devein it, and I'm going to go through all of that. So that's one thing. Then we have the Louisiana crabs. The Louisiana crab. This is going to be a seafood gumbo. The Louisiana crabs. So we have that. Then we have some andouille sausage. Now again, I'm just showing you the products right now that I'm going to use. And I'm going to go through the process of, right now, you're going to see me clean and devein the shrimp. So we have that. This is my sausage. You also have chicken. I have chicken breast that I'm going to cut up to put in the gumbo. And also you have the Holy Trinity. The Holy Trinity. Now, I didn't take the time to cut up all these veggies because I just was not going to do that. But in here, you have the veggies, the onion, the bell pepper, the celery. That's considered the Holy Trinity down here. And then, of course, there is all the dry seasoning too. But today, right now, I am going through the process of cleaning my shrimp, deveining my shrimp. And I think it's a good time for us to talk about the importance of I'm getting ready to devein the shrimp, meaning that I'm getting ready to cut. Can you see that a little bit? Can you see that a little bit? Where I am looking for, we call it the vein. I'm looking for the vein in it. Hopefully you can see that and take that out of the shrimp, right? Because you don't want that in your shrimp while you are eating them. But I showed you all of the products, or at least the ingredients rather, that I'm going to use. And that reminds me rather, that each one of us comes with our own flavor. That each one of us comes with our own personalities, our own temperaments, our own gifts, talents, and all of that. And each one is important. We come with our own gifts, talents. We come with our own personalities. We come with our own ways of showing up in the world. And that the way we show up may not necessarily be, hello Marquita, so good to see you. See, I'm back in this kitchen. Today it's raining down here in New Orleans, and I'm just gonna do me a little gumbo. But this is the part that, nobody wants to clean the shrimp, but shrimp are important. So that means that you have to take time and clean the shrimp, and it's all a process. It is all a process. It is all a process. Nobody wants to clean the shrimp, but we have to get this. Out of the shrimp. We have to get this out of the shrimp. And so the shrimp, although it is seafood, it has its own distinct flavors from crabs. Both of them are seafood, which means that even though we as individuals, we may have that I'm from Mooney Avenue, Marquita. You already know, girl. I am from Mooney Avenue, so I know halfway what I'm doing. At least I spent enough time around Margaret Brown, my mom, to halfway know what I am doing. I didn't spend a whole lot of time in the kitchen, so I just do my own. I just kind of do my own thing. I just kind of do my own thing. Yeah, I just kind of do my own thing. But even like my friend Marquita, we graduated together in high school. We went to elementary school together. We each come from around the same neighborhoods, but we each have our own distinct personalities. We have our own distinct personalities. We have our own distinct way of doing things. And both of us are who we are. Each one is needed, right? Each one is needed to do what, and we bring a different flavor to the world. And the world would be a sad place if we were not here. So if you are just joining me, you may see that I'm cleaning shrimp because I'm going to make my gumbo. I need somebody to say that in the comment section. This is Sherry's version of gumbo. You have to develop whatever works for you. This is going to work for me. Hey, T. Michael, I'm back in the kitchen working with some shrimp, cleaning some shrimp that I am going to make some gumbo with. And I'm just thinking, T. Michael, of how each one of these ingredients that I have for seafood gumbo, which is all kinds of chicken and sausage gumbo. You know, people do all kinds of things with gumbo, but I'm just going to do my version of it. So you can take what you see. I'm not even advocating for you to do what I'm doing because this works for me. But I am thinking that and I'm trying to push the fact today that hey, Tramika, now I know you know what you're doing when it comes to gumbo, Tramika, so don't think too harshly of me and what you see me doing. Oh, you didn't cook no red beans. Okay then, so you know what's next, T-Michael, you know what's next. You know what's next. Cook you some gumbo. Cook you some gumbo. And that's another thing, right? Whenever you cook yours, you're using your voice. You're using who you are. You're using your ingredients, right? And so many times I see people, you know, when they come on and they really bash people depending on, you know, based upon what they use in their gumbo, right? Now, there are some hard stops. I believe that there are some hard stops with some things that we do when it comes to gumbo. You cooking the same thing, Tramika? Yes, indeed. I know it's going to be good. I know your gumbo is going to be good. And this gumbo that I'm doing is going to be good too. It's going to be good because nobody's going to eat it. Nobody's going to eat it but me. And this here is the toughest part right here, cleaning the gumbo. Cleaning these shrimp and all of that. Cleaning the shrimp and all of that. Yes, indeed. Cleaning the shrimp and all. And I'm probably breaking a cardinal rule right here. Is that I'm not putting my, which I need to do that, put my shells, don't throw my shells away because the shells can be used to bring about some flavor. Oh, that's a word right there. Don't discard what you think is not usable. Did you hear me? Don't discard what you think is not usable because everything that God has given us, no matter who you are or where you come from, there is a place for you. And so the reason why they don't throw the shells away is because your shells can be used to produce a broth. But I ended up buying a seafood broth, so I'm not really concerned about it. I'm not really concerned about it. How y'all doing? How you doing wherever you are? How are you doing? How are you doing? How is the weather where you are? It's raining down here in Louisiana, where I am in, especially in New Orleans. It is just starting to rain, but it is raining. It is raining. So I guess I'm saying all of this is that your voice matters. Who you are matters. And knowing who you are is the first thing that we must know who we are and then be confident in who you are. So just this week, this week, it's raining down there, Tramika? Yes. If you're just joining me, you see I have like a split calendar because I am cleaning shrimp for some gumbo that I am doing down here in New Orleans, and nobody wants this part. Nobody wants the part of cleaning the shrimp. Nobody wants the part of cleaning the shrimp. And I have tried to buy that frozen shrimp that comes in the pack and is already clean in the vein, but you miss, when you buy it like that, you miss some important flavors. So I just said, on a good day when it was raining, when I didn't have anything to do, that I was going to take my time and do it. So that's what I'm doing. I am cleaning and deveining the shrimp. So again, it is so important for us to know who we are and the flavor that we bring to the world. And the flavor that we bring to the world. Do you know who you are? Do you know what your I am is? What's your flavor? What do you bring to this world? To sweeten it when needed, to salty it when you need to bring salt. What is it that you bring to this world? Just this week, I was involved in a class with Dr. Irie Session, and we talked about knowing who you are. And you may have seen a post. You may have seen a post that I did that says, I am loud, I am liberated, and I am loyal. That's who I am authentically. You already know, if you've been around me any length of time, when I come in a room, you know I am there. Because I bring all of who I am, and I'm coming in loud. I am coming in loud. Now, a lot of people can't take that. A lot of people cannot take that, and that's okay, because I know that I am not for everybody. I know that I am not for everybody. And this loudness is not just my voice, but it's my presence. Let me tell you something. When I come in a room, I'm taking up space. I am taking up space and being unapologetically me. And I realize that some people, they just can't handle that. And that's okay. It does not mean that I have to change. It just means that you are not attracted to me. I'm not the person to give you what you need, even though I may have the message you need, but my being confident in who I am and using my outside voice in many places, it's probably not going to work for you. And that's okay. Because you know what? God did not make everybody loud. God did not make everybody loud. If you're just joining me, I am deveining some shrimp. I am deveining some shrimp right now for my gumbo that I am doing. Because when it's raining and when it's cold down here, that's what we do. What are you doing today? Did you cook today, or is it one of your lazy days? And so not only did God, uniquely make us with by giving us gifts, special, unique gifts, but God also gave us unique personalities, right? There are some people who are more reserved. There are some people who are more out there. There are extroverts. There are introverts, right? Your temperament is different. But just because you are different does not mean that you have no value. Do you know that Walgreens and CVS, are a lot of times near each other. They're side by side. They are side by side. Walgreens does not stop being Walgreens because CVS is next door. And guess what? They do the same thing. Their primary purpose, both Walgreens and CVS, is to dispense medication. But some people are attracted to Walgreens, and some people are attracted to CVS. Can you tell the difference? What is the difference for you? If you choose one over the other, what are the primary reasons that you like Walgreens over the other? Right? Is it the customer service? Right? Is it the wait time is shorter? What is it that causes you to choose one over the other? Do you think that Walgreens stops being Walgreens because you have chosen to go to CVS or vice versa? My friends, that's how it is with us. There are some people who will choose a gentle person, one who is more soft-spoken than they can with my outgoing personality. But let me tell you something. I am needed in this world. And the magnitude of my voice and my presence, when you need somebody to speak up for you, to speak in ways that others stop and listen, to speak up for the voiceless, for the downtrodden, for those who have been silenced. Let me tell you something. I'm your girl. I am your girl. Y'all not talking today. That's okay. I know I'm talking to myself. I see you here, but I can't see no comments, right? I'm just talking about, as I am cleaning this shrimp, that each one of us, we are uniquely made. We are uniquely made. Hello, Sylvia Jackson. We are uniquely made. And God is a God of diversity. I just firmly believe if people are clear about who they are, if people are confident in who they are, that they can do what God has purposed them to do, and they can do it well. Why? Because they are not trying to be what other people want them to be. Do you know that there are people doing things that others want them to do, and they are miserable doing it? They might even do it well. They may do that thing well, but they are not doing it in a way. I just don't believe they are being fulfilled. Why? Because they are doing things not that they want to do or that God has given them to do, but because of whatever roadblocks, obstacles, fear, other people's opinion, they don't do it. And this really comes out in the church. Hey, Dr. Stephanie. This really comes out in the church. Because people say that God called them. Oh, I got a call from God. And what do? We send them straight to the pulpit. We send them straight to the pulpit because nobody asks the next question. Okay, you say God called you, God is speaking to you. Well, what is God saying? Perhaps God did call you to pulpit ministry, but perhaps God called you to prison ministry. Perhaps God called you to hospital ministry. Perhaps God called you to the academy. But we don't ask that question. And so what do? Is we send everybody to the pulpit. And I want to suggest today to us that there are people in the pulpit who should not be in the pulpit. And they may even, be good at it. I just don't believe that they are fulfilled at it. And when that happens I believe we bring damage. I believe that we bring damage when we are not in our own, when we are not in the lanes that God has placed us in, or supposed to be in. So I'm saying all of that to say, who are you? What are your gifts? Are you confident in them, in the gifts, in your, and you've given in to the fact that you are who you are, personality and temperament and all. And are you fulfilled where you are? Yes, they may be good in it, but they may not be fulfilled. Let me tell you something. For about 3 years, I worked in the public school system. I was a teacher. I was a special ed teacher. Now, let me back up a little bit and say that as a little girl, I played school. I loved playing school. I had the blackboard. I had the books. The rulers. I had it all. Workbooks I had, the things that they would throw away in the schools, I would bring them home. And I would play school. Never had any students, but I would play school. And to top it off, my grandmother wanted me to be a school teacher. Because mind you that teachers, she was born in 1915. And so she wanted to be a teacher so bad. She wanted to be a teacher, but back in that time, her dad would not allow her to be a teacher. She wanted to go further than school, the 8th grade. She wanted to continue to go on and perhaps, to further her education because she wanted to be a teacher. But she had to fulfill the gendered roles that society, especially at that time, so she could be a mother. And that's what she ended up doing. She was a great mother, great grandmother, but she wanted to be a teacher. And so she took pride in teaching us, the grandchildren. If you walked in her home, she had the alphabet She had the alphabets on the wall. She had the numbers. So when we went to school, right, you can just skip us on up because we already knew that we knew the basic information. We already knew what you're supposed to know when you're in kindergarten. We already knew that because our grandmother did that. She wanted to be a teacher so bad, but she could not fulfill that because of the time that she lived in. She could not fulfill that. And at that time, the respectable careers for a black woman was a teacher or a nurse. So my mom wasn't a teacher, so who was going to be the next one in line? I was the next one in line. And so growing up, I played school. I loved it. But as I got older, I didn't go into education. I went into journalism, and everybody, even the high school guidance counselor, what is that? There are no black people in journalism, but I did. I became a newspaper reporter. A lot of people were disappointed. Number one, that I didn't fulfill my grandmother's dream of becoming a teacher. But here's what I want to say. And I did go into the public school system for 3 years, and it was miserable. I did what I had to do, but I got out of it and got back into the newspaper business where I thrived. And of course, things went on from there, from just kept going and going and going. But here's what want to say, is that even though I didn't stay in the public school system, I have been teaching every day of my life. And I got a master's degree in adult education because I found that I'm more suited to teach adults than I am children. And the work that God has called me to now continues in that train of thought of being a teacher. Coaching, spiritual direction, even chaplaincy, teaching Bible study, teaching in an academic setting. I'm still teaching, but I have to do it based upon my gifts, my skills, my personality, my temperament. I couldn't stay in that public classroom to fulfill my grandmother's dreams. I had to do the work that my soul must have. And so today, I'm real clear on who I am. And as I continue with these individual ingredients for my gumbo, I'm just kind of like letting these shrimp, I'm going to, clean that off again. But that's the shrimp that I have deveined. It's about a pound because it's just one of me. Here is my Louisiana crabs. Let me open this up so you can see it. Is this making any sense to y'all? Or am I talking to myself? Show y'all the crabs. Now, people put all kinds of crabs in there, you know, snow crabs and all of that. But in Louisiana, there's something about these, what we call gumbo crabs. I'm trying to take them out. And all of the goodness, or at least that's one of the paws. Trying to get a crab out of, you see, it's small enough. And then I'll break these in half. I'll break these in half. So, I have my shrimp, my crabs. I have my chicken breast that I'm going to, you know, cut up. And I have my andouille smoked sausage. Now let me just tell you this. The reason why I show you all of this is that each one of these ingredients, each one of the ingredients comes with its own flavor. And in the gumbo, you're going to be able to distinguish the crab from the shrimp, from the sausage, from the chicken. Although they maintain their individual presence, they're going to do the work that they have come to do. The crab is still going to be the crab. The shrimp going to be the shrimp. The sausage, the turkey. But it all contributes to the whole of the gumbo. May that be your prayer. God, let me be my authentic self in this world. Maintain who I am. Join up with others to make this world a better place. Y'all be blessed. Hopefully I'll come back a little later to show you the roux when I get to that. But I have some other things that I need to do before I can get to the roux. Maybe I'll come back later if that's okay with y'all. May all be well with your day. Bye-bye.